13th of May 2012, Kazakhstan. Local border military commandment for a few days couldn't reach out to one of the outposts in the mountains. And when the patrol came for a checkup, they saw something that shocked whole country and is widely discussed to this day. 14 dead soldiers and a dead forester who worked nearby, and the post burned to the ground. Nobody knows what happened, and one of the soldiers is missing. Could the 19-year-old missing soldier be responsible for what happened? In this video, I will tell you about the Arkhan murder case. At first, after finding the burned-up mountain base, investigation considered possible that all of the people there died because of the fire if it started during nighttime. But when they examined the bodies of the soldiers, it became clear that all of them were shot multiple times. A version was also cited in local media sources, according to which someone gave border guards alcohol and sleeping pills to drink, and when they all passed out, killed everyone. However, the examination didn't find any traces of alcohol in all of the remains. There were also rumors that the outpost was attacked by smugglers or professional militants, or maybe even the armed forces of a foreign country, as it was located on Kazakhstan-Chinese border. Obviously, finding the one soldier that was missing on the crime scene was the key to solving this case. Private Vladislav Chelakh was the only one whose body wasn't found on the crime scene. On June 4th, in the Hunter's Winter Lodge located 24 kilometers from the border post, 19-year-old Vladislav Chelakh was found and detained. He was dressed in civilian clothes of Captain Kireev, and he also had a Makarov pistol belonging to the head of the post, 2 mobile phones, a laptop, some money, as well as 3 mobile phones belonging to colleagues, and a camera that belonged to a murdered forester. For the past few days before Chelakh was found, he was hiding in the mountains in the area and even filmed himself doing so. Soon, Chelakh, in the presence of a lawyer, confessed to murdering of 15 people on the mountain post.
28 мая 2012 года совершил убийство 15 человек на пограничном посту Архангельска. Будучи дежурным по посту, я открыл комнату для хранения оружия, так как ключи от нее и от сейфа, находящихся в ней, были у меня.
According to his testimony, the border guards were shot by him using machine gun.
Когда другие военнослужащие начали просыпаться от шума, я начал стрелять по всем, кто лежал на кровати. Когда патроны кончились, я вышел в коридор. Я заметил начальника пограничного поста, капитана Кириллова. Прятался за дверью и выглядывал. Тогда я перезарядил автомат и начал стрелять в него через дверь.
After that, he immediately burned the barracks with their bodies. The motive, as he said, was a conflict between him and his colleagues. According to him, he was the victim of constant bullying and mockery, and at some point he lost control and, while being quote-unquote foggy in his head, killed everyone and burned the outpost. Soon after the arrest, Vladislav changed his lawyer and withdrew all of his testimony. According to his lawyer, Vladislav was testifying under psychological pressure. In addition, Vladislav wrote a statement that he refuses to say anything until his lawyers can provide him with qualified legal assistance. People who already doubted that he had killed everyone were now sure that Vladislav is not guilty. People all over Kazakhstan were showing support to Vladislav and posting photographs asking for a fair trial or just telling that he is innocent. Because of it, course of investigation was actively covered in the media, and with the permission of law enforcement officers, records of interrogations and other video documents became public. So among other footage, press got a video filmed on a hidden camera where Chelakh, while talking to his cellmate, gives very detailed description of what was happening 28th of May on Arkhan outpost.
Ну, блядь, патроны кончаются, нахуй, я выхожу опять в коридорчик, чтобы в другой магазин зайти. Ну, начальник бегает, сухоголый. Он, блядь, возле двери ошивает, выглядывает там. перепугами, потери, удивляется, что происходит. Я, блядь, автомат заряжает, мне навстречу. Блядь, думаю, сука, вылезет, не вылезет из этой двери. Да похуй, хули тебя, трах, нахуй в дверь, блядь. Тут падает, я вижу, падает, нихуёво еще, грустно, пиздец. Я, блядь, захожу опять в панику, опять давай шмаляет, сука, опять патроны кончились. Они еще дышат, нахуй, бегают, там еще ползают. Но они раненые, но попрятались. Я, блядь, бил ПМ, нахуй, давай по всем. Пах, 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 пах. Захожу туда, а он, блядь, он до сих пор шевелится. Один вообще на кровати орёт, я ему жопу ранен. Он орёт, блядь. Вату гомонись, не надо, не делай этого, не надо, оставь меня, оставь меня же. Иди нахуй.
But after Chelakh retracted his testimony, police needed to find more evidence before start of the trial. So they started digging deeper in Vladislav's past. He was born 8th of October 1992, and his parents divorced when Vladislav was 2 years old. He stayed to live with his mother and grew up in a family with older sister Evgenia and younger brother Pavel. In elementary school, Chelakh studied well, but closer to graduation, he began skipping classes. And because of it, he was registered in police database. Vladislav also was spending a lot of time playing computer games and was always dreaming to become a programmer. So he was always very normal for his age. After college, Chelakh was drafted in the army. He always wanted to serve in the military. In November of 2011, Vladislav was drafted to serve in Border Division. It is really hard to determine if he was really bullied by other soldiers because all of the witnesses are dead. In his letters to his mother from the army, nothing indicated of any problems. Here's what he wrote to her in his last letter. Hi mother, I write you from Kazakhstan border. I finally got here. Now I serve on the border outpost. It's beautiful here. Mountains are everywhere. On the one side Chinese, and on the other ours. And the steppe in the middle, and my post. It's good here, quiet and calm. Now I know what a real military service means. I'm here for a week, and I already befriended my commander. But maybe for some reason Vladislav didn't want to share with his mother what was actually happening to him while he was serving. 31st of October 2012 the trial started, and it was open, meaning that press could have filmed everything. Vladislav's lawyer during the trial stated that there were 18 bodies found on the crime scene, but this statement wasn't backed by any proof. When testifying, Vladislav started his speech saying that he's innocent. He denied that he had a conflict with other soldiers or was bullied by anyone. According to him, at some point he left the post, and when he returned, the private Aganas ran up to him, saying that their outpost was attacked. They both ran to the forester's shed, and on the way, Private Aganas got lost somewhere. Chelakh said that when he found out that the forester is not inside the shed, he decided to run in the mountains. And while doing so, he was hearing active shooting happening behind him. On the other hand, prosecution was using Vyacheslav's confession and the video from the jail cell as a proof. Also, one of the soldiers that served on Arkan-Kergen outpost for a week testified that Chelakh had conflicts with other soldiers. The private, according to him, refused to do hard work because he said that his appendix was removed and he can do anything that is hard. Chelakh also did not like to do any chores. The witness also said that soldiers among themselves called Chelakh hunger, as he constantly wanted to eat. And prosecutors also presented a video where Chelakh talks to his mother, confessing to killing everyone on the outpost.
Ты зачем чужую вину на себя берешь? Нет, не бери. Не надо оглядываться туда, ты смотри на меня. Тебе передают все привет. Все вообще. Очень-очень все тебя любят. Из Германии, из Болгарии, из этого самого Украины, везде. Все поднимают документы на твою защиту. Так что смотри. Чужую вину не стоит на себя брать. Нет, не надо, я по твоим глазам вижу. Я вижу. Ты знаешь, что я только на тебя посмотрю, я уже вижу. Ты всегда знал, что я... Ты только подумаешь, я уже видела.
Все равно, честно.
Нет, нет,
Я сделал.
нет. Я вижу, что это не ты сделал.
Ты серьезно, мама?
Не надо, я вижу, что тебя запугали.
Нет,
Это тебя запугали, я вижу.
Нет,
Я
нет.
уже только посмотрела на тебя, все.
Нет.
Я уже вижу. Покажи мне руки, покажи. Полностью покажи. Сними футболку.
According to an official version, 28th of May 2012, Chelakh was appointed on a night watch. That's why he had keys to the armory. After his watch was over, he needed to wake up the soldier who was taking the watch for the rest of the night. The private, when Chelakh woke him, at first ignored him, but eventually he woke up. But he still cussed Chelakh and even swung his AK in the direction of Chelakh just to scare him. This triggered Chelakh so much that he just waited for an opportunity, and when he was able to, he shot Private in the head. And supposedly, because Arkhan is located close to a very loud river, nobody heard this shot. Then Chelakh took an AK and went to the living quarters. He saw a cook, Dennis Ray, who woke up to prepare the breakfast, and shot him using a pistol. After it, he used an AK to shoot all of the other soldiers who were half sleeping. When everyone were dead, he went to the forester's shed. The forester Ruslan Kim woke up because he heard gunshots. Vladislav calmed him, saying that nothing happened, but Ruslan wanted to check what is happening in the living quarters and see the commander. When he turned his back on Chelakh, Vladislav shot him multiple times. Then he returned to the living quarters, put all of the bodies on their beds, and on his bed he put a body of Private Daniyar Bolgabayev. Then he burned the outpost using the gasoline. Ruslan Kim's body wasn't burned and was left outside. Then Chelakh dressed in civilian clothes and left to the mountains. Right after being arrested, when Chelakh was giving a confession that he later retracted, he told the detectives that since day one on the outpost he was mocked and bullied by all of the soldiers except the cook Dennis Ray, who he shot too. We don't know if it's true, or maybe Chelakh had a conflict with everyone because of his ill nature. On December 11th, the court found Vladislav Chelakh guilty of killing 15 people at the Arkhan outpost and sentenced him to life in prison, with a sentence to be served in special regime colony. To this day, Vladislav refuses to admit his guilt, and many people in Kazakhstan and in other countries believe that he is innocent. Some people think that on the night of the attack, a group of people dressed in civilian clothes executed the attack on the outposts, and for some mysterious reason government tries to cover it. But the evidence on the crime scene doesn't support this theory. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me what do you think about this case, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Bye.